Hi there. I've got Josh Hegarty here with me from Dialpad, one of our UC and CC partners, or Unified Communication and Contact Centre for those that don't know. Josh, why don't you give us a brief intro to yourself and how you've come to be at Dialpad?
Hi, John. Yeah, as you said, Josh Hegarty. I've been in sort of the telco and communications industry for about 10 years now. Started off sort of a UK-based telco, and then 5 years ago transitioned to become a bit more of a specialist at a US communications company.
Oh, cool. So we know they're from the US, Dialpad. Can you give us a bit of a history about Dialpad, when they started, where they've come from, and I suppose why they're in the UK?
Yeah, 100%. So our founders, still today, CEO and CTO Craig Walker and Vincent Paquette, they were at Google. They pretty much created Google Voice, and from that inception, they left and created Dialpad. So that was founded in 2011. There's probably about 1,400 of us globally now. And around 6, 7 years ago, they thought, why not make this a global operation? So two people, Jeremy Slater and John Work, have created that foundation. And then around 4.5, 5 years ago, I decided to join the team in partnerships, and here I still am today.
Thank you very much. That's great. Obviously, I've been in the industry for a long time myself. It's a very crowded marketplace, so unified comms and contact centre, there's a lot of players in there. It's a bit of a difficult place for people to navigate if you're not entrenched in the technology. I suppose, what is it that Dialpad does that stands it out from the rest of the marketplace? What makes you different?
Yeah, definitely. It's a great question. And I think, if I look at just my history working at Dialpad to where we are today, when I first joined, we were pretty much a UC solution, but we had an acquisition of Talk IQ in 2018, and that was the inception of our AI journey. So of that, we had that automated speech recognition, that real-time speech to text, and on our UC services, we were already offering that from 2018. So I think even though we're a bit of a young company in terms of stature and just coming up to 15 years, our AI journey is a lot longer than a lot of our competition out there. So realistically, a mainstay and a main USP for Dialpad is that we've built our own GPT platform. So privacy, security are massive things for organizations and customers today. Leveraging third-party products to access that AI is always going to be a talking point. So with Dialpad, because all of the data that we ingest from our customers is leveraging our GPT platform, it all stays on our side, our four fences. So that's 100% a main USP for us. I would also say having the ability to offer, I mentioned we started our journey as a UC firm, but now we offer everything from meetings to contact center solutions, higher outbound sales solutions. So having the ability to mix and match those licenses from a UC standpoint and a contact center standpoint, an outbound sales environment, offer these mixed environments to customers where back office staff don't need to indulge or use all that extra functionality at an extra cost. People seem to love that in what we're doing today. There are obviously lots that I could go on. There's a lot that people in the marketplace can do the same. But ultimately, I think from a user interface, from that AI perspective, from the acquisitions that we've made, a couple have been UK based, like Surfboard and Care Knowledgeware. These are all our proprietary technology now. So we can offer the likes of self-service, agent assist, chatbot, workforce management to our customers, all within Dialpad's technology set.
Well, thank you, Josh. That's a great answer. I think from my perspective, I've always known Dialpad to be very strong when it comes to AI. I think a lot of people now are talking about AI, whether it's in the technology world or just in day-to-day life. So from a Dialpad perspective, how do you think AI is going to change how we work? What developments can you see coming up, and how do you think people start to use AI, especially in the contact center world, in the near future when it comes to anything Dialpad related, that is?
No, great question. So I think with essentially with the basis of AI, and you said it there, is we can pull that out of communications itself. I think, take ChatGPT for an example. That came out November 2022. Now, even outside of businesses, obviously you've got businesses using the likes of Copilot. however many users, 300, 400 million users on that Microsoft ecosystem from a business perspective, coming across and leveraging this type of software. But as I said, outside of communications, you've even got the Teslas of this world, where more and more people are getting used to autonomous driving. So especially in the next 2 years and the way that technology is moving, I can really see more and more people investing in AI, seeing it more as an expectation to get that summarization of calls, the custom moments and the action points of those calls. I think if you look at how we leverage AI in different aspects of our product set, you can really strip it back and put it in layman's terms, because a lot of the discussions we're having with customers, it can be as simple as, well, I can sell you a solution that means that you're going to sell more to your customers. From a support standpoint as well, AI is leveraging to really increase net promoter scores, increase customer satisfaction scores. So even though that AI that we leverage is real time, it's automating tasks, it's delivering those actions quicker, giving you more insight to everything you're doing. Ultimately, and when I go around and speak to our partners and speaking to the sales team at Samoda, you can really strip those conversations back and just concentrate. And when you're speaking to customers, it's, well, we can sell a solution that's one platform that can accommodate any integration, any social medium that you're using. And we will leverage our AI to offer you real-time assistance on those calls, for example. You could build in your playbooks into those calls and it will tick off how your sales team are performing against what you want them to say. And similarly, one massive thing I see in a lot of the solutions we sell is quality assessment. So having automatic grading of calls, it can relieve so much pressure and time within your support teams, and you get 100% representation and grading of every call that's happening. So all of a sudden, you're starting to get 100% holistic overview of your businesses, instead of little snapshots of people, taking time out their day just to choose and randomize calls.
That's a really strong story. What you've not said there, it's about replacing people either. And I think that's what a lot of people are afraid of right now, is AI will replace me, my role, whatever it is I'm doing, because naturally it's going to take away tasks. It does sound to me though, and from my experience as well, that it's around removing the repetitive elements of someone's role, someone's job, taking that away, automating it, improving the speed of accuracy, and meaning that when it does end up with a person and they're speaking to them, that they're actually having something meaningful to talk about, rather than, can I check when my deliveries for this? I've got a support ticket. Can you tell me an update on that? Whatever it might be, it takes away a lot of that, the chatter that you don't need to have, and streamline what people can do. So that's fantastic. Obviously, things like agentic AI, which is the voice chat element, which is very realistic now. I think obviously that will change things again, and I know that's something that's roadmap for yourselves, and something that a lot of people are already doing right now. But I genuinely think that is another way that it will assist and enhance what an end user will do, as well as increase the experience of the person that's actually calling, rather than just the agent. So this all sounds really good.
No, 100%. I think I just want to echo is, when we go in and have conversations, and I think a very early stage when the AI was released, there was very much that overview, or that thought, or that people were essentially scared that AI is going to replace jobs.
Yeah.
But I think as you strip it back and as people become more accommodating to it, it's not there looking to replace jobs. It's looking to automate those tasks that might be boring, or might be, frequently asked questions, those common queries, those what people would find that they're spending typically 5 years ago, day-to-day tasks that would take up 40% of their time. We're now alleviating that pain, which allows people to actually concentrate on their more critical customers, or their more critical tasks at hand. So I think it's only going to work in tandem with communications, especially AI in it, is only going to work in tandem in it goes back to what I was saying earlier, in increasing those CSAT scores, increasing net promoter scores, and realistically, even to those support agents on the desks, all we're doing is finding their answers quicker. We're meaning that they don't need to speak to management, as much as they would for an answer before. We're educating them faster, and their day to day is going to be a lot more stress free, because they can ultimately answer customer queries quicker.
Sounds really positive, and I think using the right way can only be a good thing for all of us. So that's great. I think just a couple more questions from me.
Yeah.
I think I've been working in the comms industry for a long time, and things have changed dramatically over the last few years in our industry. I suppose, what do you consider the main challenges that you overcoming for the customers people like myself are bringing to you?
Once again, great question. So we have, I mean, there's a multitude of different customers that we work with, and everyone sort of has their own path. I think, especially at Dialpad at the minute, we're very good at not going in there and just selling a product set to them. Really understanding what the customer wants to achieve, what that path to their future self looks like, and we can really take them on that journey. I think you have a lot of customers that are still on premise at the minute, and all they might be wanting to do is move to cloud telephony because Mac changes, those moves, adds changes, the portal itself, flexible licensing. Now you could just go into a Dialpad, our back end. You wanted to add 5 new users today, perfect. You can put in their emails and they'll get an email and off they are, up and running. That's definitely one step. I think, especially with ourselves as well, there's customers where they have multiple offices. They might have multiple regions. And once again, just going with that back end, you can manage all of those offices and regions in that one place. We have the other, the solutions that we've sold the most have really been into those mixed environments, which I said to you earlier, because you have your back office staff that don't need that extra AI functionality, or they don't need those social integrations, for example, and they can really just take our lesser license, which still comes with your call recording, your analytics, your international or local calling, and then for your sales teams or your support teams, you can sell those other variants of licensing that's going to give them that extra functionality. But everyone within that organization can still communicate with each other. Everyone is still on that same platform. And, those mixed environments are really well-rounded solutions for us.
Yeah, that's fantastic, and things that I'm very familiar with. I think the one thing that you didn't mention that I've seen more and more of late is people trying to get data to an agent, and I use agent in the broadest term. It could be just a general user at the end of the phone, but it's around how do I integrate into a CRM, or just any sort of generic data I might have, or even data that's within SharePoint, for example. Someone asks me a question, I don't have to put the phone down, or even just pause a chart and say, let me go and find that out. It's very easy to access that, and the integration capabilities are far greater. And I know that's something that when I've worked with Dialpad previously, where we've pulled in multiple different data sources to help speed up that interaction from an agent to an end user. So yeah, all modern challenges and different challenges to maybe we had maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Certainly different challenges to what we had 15 years ago or 20 years ago, that is for sure. So just one last question for me, and I suppose just to help clear up what we do and how we do it. How does Dialpad work with a partner like Sumoda?
So at this moment in time, and where our history has stemmed from, we work very much on an agency basis, so more on a referral basis, whereby Sumoda will bring Dialpad opportunities. We'll assign a sales team to those opportunities, and they will go through a whole process from a discovery, leading on to a demo session that's going to cater and showcase exactly what that customer's requirements were. Within Sumoda themselves, there's plethora of opportunity that we can do to work together, and whether that's specific events or campaigns tailored to a particular vertical, that can be in the basis of a lunch and learn. I think the great thing that I found about working with Sumoda is it feels very family orientated inside. Everyone has those same objectives that they want to aim for, and especially myself, being welcomed in here with everyone and everyone of the team. It's great to see, and I can really feel that energy to build and target organizations together.
Fantastic. Well, look, it's been fantastic to have you here today. Great that we've gone through some of the things that Dialpad can do and where it's born from. Thank you for your time. Really appreciate it. I hope that's been useful for everybody.
Yeah. Thank you, John.
Thank you.